news, created new industries, and a new America. Special reports today from 6 p.m. on CNBC. Before the IMF officials talk to the world, they talk to CNBC.
This is a very broad organization, and I agree that we have to be ambitious.
The IMF and World Bank 2006 meetings, starting Wednesday, live on CNBC.
Very broad organization, and I agree that we have to be ambitious.
The IMF and World Bank 2006 meetings, starting Wednesday, live on CNBC.
Well, India's largest drug maker, Ranbaxy Laboratories, is fighting for a bigger share of global business. In July, its Spanish subsidiary purchased the Mundagen generic business of GlaxoSmithKline in Spain. In March, it acquired Belgian generics company Ethmed, Romanian drug maker Terapia, and an unbranded generic business of Allen. That's another division of GlaxoSmithKline. On the other side of the Atlantic, Ranbaxy's U.S. arm has also bought patents, trademarks, and automated manufacturing equipment from Senatec. Most recently, the drug maker scored a legal win in Norway. A local court ruled in Ranbaxy's favor on 2 patent challenges from Pfizer's popular Lipitor cholesterol fighter. Well, Brian Temple is chief mentor and executive vice chairman of the board at Ranbaxy Laboratories. He joins us now live from Beijing. Mr. Tempest, thank you for joining us this morning. I'd like to first ask you about how these acquisitions, how the integration of these acquisitions is going.
Well, as you will be aware, we are actually making a number of acquisitions because our growth pattern is going to be through organic growth and also through inorganic growth. And as far as inorganic growth, we've made 4 or 5 acquisitions so far this year in Europe, and those are all helping us to expand our network in Europe. We now are present, I think, in something like 21 of the 25 European markets, and they are quite important to us in terms of expanding our footprint in Europe. And yeah, the integration's going well, and the acquisitions have been good moves.
Most of your acquisitions have been European-based. Are you looking at any potentially in Asia or even in the United States?
Well, in fact, the company is very focused on growing through acquisitions as well as through organic growth. And we have a team of people that are continually looking in many parts of the world in terms of increasing our footprint through M&A. But, you know, you have to justify it in terms of looking for synergy with the India card. There's great benefits from a company being based in India, and you have to look at an M&A which actually will give that synergy, and you can actually use that synergy in order to generate extra benefit. So yes, we have made a number of acquisitions over the years. In fact, we've made them fairly frequently in the European theatre, but it just happens that actually it's been the right acquisition at the right time. But yes, we're looking all over the world.
All right, some critics, though, of Ranbaxy say that you guys are focused a little bit too much on the overseas market in terms of your revenues, and that it's a little bit unstable because you should instead, like some of your competitors, Dr. Reddy's, for example, have more of a focus domestically on the Indian market, which is large and which is growing as well. How do you answer to those criticisms?
Well, you know, we have probably got our India domestic business in the healthiest position it's been for about a decade. And in the last 2 months on the market research data in India, we've become the #1 company in India. We've overtaken GSK and Cipla. Our business is very, very strong in India, and it's growing very strongly, and we're very, very proud of it. But the thing you've got to remember is that our India domestic business is about 20% of our overall total business. And we are achieving our goals of being the #1 company in India, but actually at a corporate level, you know, India is still only 20% of our total picture. And what really matters to us is what happens in the USA, because that's our biggest market. But we are very proud of our Indian domestic market performance. We think we've really done very well there, and we're very proud of it. But the big picture is what's happening in the USA.
All right, and the big picture, of course, is also about the generics drug market. And in the U.S., you have gone for a patent challenge strategy there, which some say is a very risky strategy as well. Tell us a bit more about how you're doing on this front.
Well, you know, if you're in the generic marketplace, pharmaceutical marketplace, you have to grow through having products that will actually enter the market through the normal process of filing ANDAs and when the patent expires. But sometimes, you know, you can see that in somebody's patent there's a technical hole in it. And if there's a technical hole, then there's nothing wrong in actually putting that in front of a judge and saying, look, you know, there's a technical hole in this patent, and we think that it doesn't stand up to scrutiny. What do you think? And, of course, that's what we've done in the USA. We've fought through the district level. We've gone to a federal circuit, and the judges said, yeah, this 2010 patent, this situation, it looks like, you know, you're going to, there's a hole there, and now, actually, I think the owner of this patent, actually, Pfizer, have actually come out and said, yes, there's a technical issue with this patent, which is what we've been saying all along. So it's an opportunity to bring lower-priced medicines to the U.S. consumer, and it's an opportunity that we've seen and we've made our case strongly around the world. And I think the general consensus as we move into the sort of appeal stages is showing that there is actually an opportunity here to advance and bring generics to the market of this product earlier than previously thought.
All right, Mr. Tempest, we have to leave it there, but thank you for joining us today. That's Brian Tempest,
okay, nice
Chief Mentor and Executive Vice Chairman of the Board at Ranbaxy Laboratories. Well, the Hang Seng starts the trading day with 3 new stocks and 2 deletions. Up next, Betty will take us through which stocks have been included and which ones have been excluded from the Hang Seng Index. Stay tuned.